And welcome in, Dr. Mario fans, to the 2023 monthly Gold Speed Tournament for March. I'm Mook the Librarian, and joining us today are going to be four really great runners, and you're going to have a wonderful second round matchup coming up today. So we're going to open up our tournament with Swong versus xJRigsx, and then Betty and Chris Bidwell are going to be playing later on. And since both of those are in the same quadrant, we're going to go ahead and let them have their round two match. So we've got, like I said, a lot of great Dr. Mario to play. The rest of the first round and second round will be played tomorrow, and then the semifinals and finals, as always, will be played on Sunday. But this first match coming up, Swong versus Riggs. For that, I am going to hand it over to our first commentary team. That is going to be Packy and John Dat Flindo. Take it away, fellas.
Thank you so much, Ook. There we go. As you were saying, we have our number 1 seed Swong GG versus our number 16 seed xJRigsx, who has faced quite the gauntlet of players so far. Packy, he's had you last month, Savage Octagon in January, which is his first ever match, and now here facing Swong. What do you think, Pack?
Well, credit to xJRigsx for making it to the gold bracket in the first place. When you're a low seed in the gold bracket, that's generally the kind of opponent you're going to face in round one. But xJRigsx is no slouch. He's managed to get into the gold bracket as the 15th seed in the last 2 months to start his year. Managed to get in level 16 in each of his qualifiers to do so. Swong, well, if you're familiar with the community, he doesn't really need a lot of introduction because he is one of the best in the business, putting up probably the second best qualifier we've ever seen, with getting deep into level 18 with, what was it, 15 viruses left? Yes, 15 viruses left on level 18, just 30 minutes into his run. Swong is the reigning Versus world champion, and he's just a very solid and efficient player. And just look at those quick little horizontals he's setting up in his practice round. That just gives you an idea of his skill set.
Absolutely, Swong, a very great player. But as you said, xJRigsx, he's no slouch. He's put up some really great times. His, I believe he's got a sub 13:0:10 personal best on speedrun.com. So this could turn into a really interesting match. Don't let the seeds fool you. This is going to be a lot tighter than it may appear.
Absolutely, a 12:36 is his PB for 0 through 10, and that's nothing to sneeze at.
We're just waiting for readies from both our players. Swong in the chat with the good sportsmanship, ready to do battle with xJRigsx.
Swong getting calibrated for level 6. Looks like he will be playing high with fever music. xJRigsx probably just getting a little bit of setup going on, and once he's finished with that, they'll be good to go. xJRigsx going with the medium strats.
Absolutely, and also currently set to fever, which he usually plays chill, so this is surprising to me. But we have ready from Riggs.
Maybe he's trying to change up the routine a little bit, maybe just to get a little luck on his side.
Possibly. I mean, I'm all for it. I love medium fever, so. And we have a ready from Swong.
All right, so we are set to go, and all we need now is the countdown.
We have our 3, 2, 1, and
go.
pills. Swong's going to be out of the gate first. xJRigsx right behind. First impression on Swong board is a little bit checkerboarded, I'd say, there on the top line. He's got a bunch of blues that he's going to have to try and work with. We know that blue's a tough color to come by, and he's got a lot of it right now on the top of his board, Packy.
Yeah, also comparing the boards, I see more double opportunities on xJRigsx's board than I do on Swong's. I mean, it's like sure he's getting a better board, but is he going to get the RNG to make it work? That's the big question.
Absolutely. And so far, xJRigsx making some really good progress on this level 6. Although Swang also making some really good progress on his own. He is having a
Oh,
getting those blues that he's been needing. He's setting up for a really nice sweet tea here. All he needs is one more blue to fire that off. It looks like he may be saving that for last. As we look over at xJRigsx, he's got 3 viruses left. Looks like he had a little bit of a misdrop there on his column 1 though.
yeah, that was what the oof was for, but he's able to get underneath it and knock it out pretty quickly. And both players getting out of level 6 at about 114, which is excellent. I like the start of both of these boards. Look at this double clear into a sweet tea for Swang to start it out.
Yeah, and xJRigsx making some really good plays of his own there. He's getting some really nice RNG. He had pretty much a spot for every pill there at the beginning of his board. He is lacking in the blue territory a little bit right now, so he's going to have a bunch of reds to even open up just one of these. Oh, nice tuck there to get the blue in horizontally.
xJRigsx is doing a really nice job of looking down the board and finding those quick one pill double virus clears. I like what he's doing in that regard.
Yeah, and he's right now he is keeping stride with Swang, which is not an easy thing to do. A credit to xJRigsx's play here. As we look over at Swang's side, really nice drop combo there to clear out. I think it was about 3 or 4 viruses there. Looks like he's setting up for this blue horizontally at the bottom of his board, which he does clear out. Probably setting up to get these reds horizontally too, which he does. He's down to 3 viruses. xJRigsx down to 4, but xJRigsx has only yellow right now on his board.
Yeah, probably the last 4 or 5 viruses were all yellow, and that was going to inevitably create a problem if RNG didn't go his way. And for a few seconds, it didn't. But now he's just a few yellows away from getting out of here. 256 for Swang, 257 for xJRigsx.
We've got a game here.
In the spirit of March Madness.
Indeed. I really like that horizontal there that xJRigsx just did with that double yellow to get the yellow virus. It was a great play by Riggs. Looking over at Swang's board, a lot of red and blue at the top of that board. All his yellows are pretty much buried. He does manage to find access to one and gets it horizontally.
Yeah, Riggs's board is really clean. Swang's is also very clean. There's just a matter of a little bit of garbage on column 5, but it looks like that's probably not going to be a problem for him.
Yeah, would really love to see a double red for xJRigsx right now to
Oh,
clear out those reds there in
that
column 4.
that T clear from Swang is huge because he had a split board until he got that pill.
And both players still at 9 viruses. I do like Swang's board health a bit more than xJRigsx's, though. He's setting up for a nice horizontal there. With taking out this blue, he sets up another horizontal, and he can take this red at the bottom horizontally if he wants to, and that is what he's signaling.
And
Meanwhile,
xJRigsx is once again stuck in a situation where he needs a lot of yellow help.
mhm.
And now he's getting a ton of blues that he does not need right now.
Wonder if he will set up for. No, he just goes
Nah,
ahead
he
and
will
clears
not
it.
set up
Yeah,
the T
I don't
clear
blame
for
him.
that one.
I don't blame him.
He's just gonna wait it out. And Dr. Mario is just being rude.
Out at a 456.
Not a
I didn't
bad time,
I didn't
but
catch
that
it on
unfortunate
time.
bout of RNG has given Swang a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, I'm a little bit cautious here about Swang's board, though. He's a bit inspired there in his column 5. Some reds and some blues would really help to get him out of that. Looking over at xJRigsx's board, I really like the diversity of this board, Packy.
Yeah, not just the diversity, but the abundance of double clear opportunities. And if there's a board you need on level 9 to catch up, this is what you want. Now it's just a matter of whether or not RNG delivers.
JRigsx going to set up for the fat log.
Oh, looks like it, yeah. Just needs a blue-yellow. He just goes ahead and
abandons
takes
it.
Yeah, that's
Oh, and he gets the
smart play.
blue-yellow.
Yeah, I still insist it was the smart play in that situation because
I agree.
you don't want to wait forever for that pill to come.
Yep. Swang with 4 viruses left, though needing a bunch of red. He's praying for one of those double red surges right now.
This is a
There's
valiant effort.
what a double red there.
Yeah, this is a valiant effort by Riggs, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think.
Yeah, but look at the combo
he managed to close the gap by about 10 viruses, and this combo is going to take him out at 629.
Very close.
JRigsx not messing around.
Oh, and I believe that is his first time completing the block. Let me double check that.
He does have a registered average of 713, so he's completed at least one.
Well, his best is blank, so that was his first time actually completing.
Oh, okay. All right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So JRigsx setting an automatic PB there. GG's to both players. What a game.
That is an excellent first game for a 116 matchup.
Mm-hmm. We have a ready from Swang. And a ready from JRigsx.
So we are ready for game 2 of this best of 3 between Swang and JRigsx. It is 1-0 Swang, but JRigsx has proven he can hang with him. Nice opening play from Swang there to knock that horizontal out. Unfortunately, he has very little yellow to work with on his top line.
Yeah, I'm liking JRigsx's board a little bit better here. Though the thing with JRigsx, if he's not careful, he could easily split this board into 2, especially if he clears out those that stack of yellows there in his column 5. Oh, I like the decision to take those reds horizontally.
Yeah. I love that he's taking whatever opportunities he can to attack columns 7 and 8 because that can become a problem down the line if something isn't done about it.
And Swang already down to just 5 viruses left. He's just going to need some reds and some blues. Takes this. Oh, what a big double red for him. The only thing that would have been more amazing if it was followed by a red blue.
I like how he went after the blue first just to minimize drop time.
Mm-hmm.
About a 109 out of level 6. That's even better than last time.
JRigsx still making some good plays. Just hasn't had quite the RNG that Swang apparently had. He's going to be out of here pretty quick. I'd love to see him get maybe a red-blue. Oh, I'm a little bit curious as why he didn't place that vertically in column 4, that double blue. Okay, he opens it up on the other side, though, so no big deal. And a 142, JRigsx is out.
So JRigsx is about 33 seconds behind going into level 7. It's early yet in the game, however. Just got to make up time bits and bits at a time.
Yeah, but look at all the yellow here on JRigsx's top half of his board. That's going to be a big issue if the doctor doesn't cooperate.
Nice little triple drop clear right there. That yellow is going to be mostly gone soon if he can get a double yellow or just a. It looks like he's going to set up for a. Oh, that's perfect.
Cross clear.
Right there.
Meanwhile, Swang dealing with a bit of his split board, but this far down, it's not going to be too big of an issue for him.
Took the not quite a swim, but managed to flip and tuck it in there to get the quick zero drop double virus clear.
Yeah, you can see Swang over here. He wasn't happy. He had to abandon the combo that he set up. But he's still out about a 252 on into his level 8. Looking like he's probably going to set up for a horizontal blue here to drop this garbage down. He does get it. Really nice combo by Swang.
Yeah, I like this arrangement for Swang here. There's some double opportunities down the line, and a pretty diverse top line to work with as well. This looks like it's probably going to be a clean 8 as long as RNG cooperates with him.
xJRigsx just needing one more red. He gets it out at a 331. He's not happy. You can see it on his face.
Yeah. Might be a bit of a letdown after coming so close in game 1, but it's not over yet. So let's see how Swang attacks this. Okay, looks like he's gonna build up to the horizontal clear there. I like that. But now it's going to be interesting to see what he does about this blue virus in column 6. He's probably just going to clear it top down.
Yeah, that double
Okay.
red was exactly what he needed to get complete access to that. Down to just 2 more blues. Come on, Doc.
Blue.
Yep. Meanwhile, xJRigsx has brought his deficit down to 11, and if Swang just keeps getting these reds and yellows, he finally gets the blue he needs out at a 432.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. Riggs could get back in this.
Yeah, Swang is just smiling because he knows what this game's about. He knows exactly what's going on. We've all been there too many times.
Mm-hmm.
I think xJRigsx might, yeah, he's waiting to build that up with a yellow fragment, so then he can use that. But now that clutters up his that leaves his board a little cluttered up because now he's got to go horizontal.
Mm-hmm.
Horizontal on the blue, vertical on the yellow, and he's going to be out at a 514.
Swang with a little bit of garbage on his board right now. He had this pretty intricate combo that he had set up, and it looked like he may have misflipped there in column 3. I'm not sure. We're not really sure what happened.
It looks like he just flipped it the wrong way.
Yeah.
That happens.
But look at this. He's going to turn it into a really nice combo. Down to 13. xJRigsx down to 34.
So Swang really in command in game 2 thus far.
Oh, I like this horizontal red combo clear from Swang.
Swang has he had some opportunities to do some in between clears on those yellows. Looks like he will go horizontal on the yellows on the bottom of his board. Okay, he decides to go vertical. Okay, either approach is fine, of course.
Yeah.
622, and he is out.
So with
Swang
that,
advances to round 2.
indeed he does, where he will face the winner of our next match. BettyBplaysGs versus BSG 4000. Looks like Riggs may go ahead and finish this up.
Yeah, no yellow viruses left on that board. So let's see how he decides to attack this board going forward. I mean, he pretty much needs all reds because the only virus that is not red, he's already got the clear set up for it. He just needs to drop that red virus bridge in columns 1 and 2. That's not what he wanted to do with that one. You saw the little shake of his head there.
Yeah.
All right, decides to take it that way. All right.
He could fat log it.
Well, he won't be fat logging it, but he'll drop combo it and get out in a 739.
So valiant effort by xJRigsx. Unfortunately, the RNG just was not with him that game. But I love the sportsmanship from both our players. We will take a short break, and we will be back with our next match, BettyBplaysGs versus BSG 4000. Stay tuned. You are watching the Dr. Mario Championship.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the DrMC Monthly Speedrun Tournament Edition of March 2023. This is Packy and still in the commentary booth, and joining me in the booth is Ook the Librarian. And our next round one matchup for you is between a couple of stalwarts of the community. And Ook, would you like to tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. This is our 8-9 match, so it's Betty versus Bidwell, and I gotta say, this is about as even a matchup as you're gonna see. You got a couple of players who just recently got some really good versus tournament action, with Betty taking semifinalist in this in the Virus Buster League that is just about to finish up. Bidwell last weekend was in the Bluegrass Regional and played some really good games. And honestly, when it comes to qualifying score, averages, best times, these two are really, really well matched. So I think we're going to see ourselves a really good set of games there, Pat.
I wholeheartedly agree, and I'd also like to add, after listening to BSG commentating my Tetris games every now and then, now I get to commentate one of his matches, so this is going to be fun.
Yeah, he's I finally got to meet him this weekend, and that was a pleasant experience. Right, so it looks like we've got readies from both players. And now in the chat, we've got our 3, 2, 1, and pills.
Let's go. Both players playing on high speed, Betty with fever and BSG with off.
Yeah, that's kind of his standard, and nothing doing for changing that. So as we start these boards, I don't like you honestly. With Bidwell, it's a lack of yellow access at the early board. With Betty, it's a lack of blue, but they're both finding ways to get around that. There, Pat.
Yeah, I looked at BSG's board and I saw a lot of opportunity for horizontal doubles early on, but he was not getting the RNG he needed to trigger some of those. Now he's just kind of working his way down the stack and taking what he can. A lot of blue viruses left in that field.
Yeah, that's never what you want to see as a runner. It's just bad news all around. But hopefully the doctor will provide as he has been doing. What I'm interested in is seeing how these two players are going to be able to shift gears. Is Bidwell with a great lightning rod there, as they've both recently, spent a lot of time doing some versus play. We know that that can really affect how your speed play can go.
Yeah, when you play versus, yes, there are elements of speed running in versus play, but you're also trying to quickly go after quick doubles and single clears on versus. It's like, sure, you need them, you need to clear out viruses, but you shoot for combos often. So we'll see how these players adjust to having to, you know, after having to hunt quick doubles all the time, how they adjust to speed running. But the gap is pretty short between them right now. Only about 5 seconds or so coming out of level 6.
Yeah, and honestly, it could have been so much worse for Betty. She was backed up into a corner with her last blue. It really needed to be taken out horizontally, and she found herself a little bit buried. Oh, as Bidwell with a misflip, that's going to cost him a little bit of time.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
that,
Betty got what she needed, and that was it was a nice feeling as Bidwell gets a great combo.
yeah. Bidwell got himself quickly in a situation that could have turned bad fast if he didn't clean out columns 6 and 7 quickly. But plus he's playing on high speed, but he managed to quickly fix it up, and now the right side of his board is open for business once more. A bit cluttered, but he can manage it.
Yeah, he really did a good job in getting things cleared up, but Betty just dropping combos.
Betty
Uh,
is torching this level 7 right now.
yeah, absolutely. And I like these setups. She's going for minimum drop time. She's really praying for a yellow before a red. Isn't going to get it, but reduces her drop time about as much as she can, and is going to be out at a 302.
Yeah, that's about a probably less than a minute and 20 seconds for level 7, which is awesome.
All right, so Bidwell's got a bit of a cluster on the right-hand side of this level 7 board. Really needs some blues to attack it hard. Otherwise, he's stuck. You know, as you see right here, he's stuck under clearing. And yeah, now it's blue or nothing because he's got himself blocked off. Uh,
Check out this drop combo from Betty. Great foresight to know exactly where she needed to put that last fragment to complete that clear.
that is awesome, awesome play. Bidwell stuck himself with a bit of drop time here. He did take the lesser of two evils, but it is still two evils, and now he finds himself almost a minute down. As Betty with a missed drop. Oh, and a
Oh, and
second
another
missed
one
drop to
right on
top
top
it.
of it. Nice T clear. She's still got a mess in columns 6 and 7 to worry about, as Chris did last level.
Yeah, no, one of the things that Betty will be able to do though, this is all red that she's got to deal with. So if she can manage to get some horizontals going on in the bottom of her board, it really won't matter that much, but it does look like she's going to go ahead and just take care of the garbage from the top.
Very good. That could have gotten bad fast, but she managed to but this has been a clinic in garbage in missed drop management on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. These two showing why they are where they are and what they're really capable of. As we should see Betty out as soon as she gets two more reds. There's one.
And right now, it seems like that
Whew.
blazing hot level 7 is the difference between Betty and Chris right now.
Yeah, 455 out for Betty, and Bidwell still has another 15 viruses to go. This is that level 5. You're right. That really has made a difference.
So
So
let's
now
see how Betty attacks the left-hand side of her board here. Let's see if she tries to set up for a horizontal on those two yellows in columns 1 and 2.
knowing Betty, I've got to assume that's what's going to happen. In fact, she does make
You
that.
gotta believe she's thinking about it, yeah.
But now the question becomes how. Uh, can she do it
I
without
like that move.
dropping garbage? That'll be the move to
That
do
way,
it.
that way you could. Oh, okay. So that might have been a bit of an unintentional clear, but here's the T clear that she needs to get out of that.
Yeah, and I like where this is going. She's got a completely different choice for her going on. Eddie just very quickly making on the fly movements as Bidwell out at a 602. Um, he's standing as he always is, but you got to feel like he's about to get himself super pumped to try to take this one back.
Yeah, right now, it's a 26 virus deficit, so it'd be a pretty remarkable comeback if he can pull it off.
We've seen crazier though.
We have.
Oh wow, really good clears from Betty, and she wants a
Betty's setup
red.
right now is demanding this pill right here. That's
Yep.
exactly what she needed to get through that.
And I would really like to see some red for her. Red Blitz was actually put her exactly where she needs to be, strangely enough. But it does look like she's going to opt for a vertical clear.
I
She
think, yeah, I
uses the
think she
yellow.
sees the horizontal now and takes it at a 653.
Yes, indeed. So Bidwell passed that time. So Betty takes game number one. And that look of joy on her face. That's always good to see.
Both of these runners trying to get to their first round two matchup of 2023.
Yes, indeed. So, game one to Betty. We're going to get our readies. We got it ready from Bidwell. Betty says she's going to need just a minute.
Betty going to take a little bit here.
My guess is she's going to get some Dr. Mario juice.
And it looks like BSG already is equipped with Dr. Mario juice.
Yep. And you can see that very famous Bidwell bounce. He knows exactly where he is. He knows what he needs to do, and he is getting himself hyped up. That this is exactly what he does. So, all right, we've got readies from both players.
All right, we got it ready from Betty.
And it is 3, 2, 1, and pills.
So let's see what game 2 has in store for us.
All right. Bidwell with a lot of blue on the top of his board. Betty with a little better top line, but she's going to run out of blue pretty quickly. But great,
Oh, love
great
that combo.
opportunities.
The only problem is now she has very limited access to. Oh, I like this. Oh, okay, I like that too.
Yeah, she's got ideas.
Yeah.
That's for
See,
sure.
there are so many ways to approach a Dr. Mario board, and it's not a one size fits all kind of situation for most players. Some people want to do it this way, some people want to do it that way.
And she's just completely abandoned that horizontal combo, and rightly so. I mean, it's not the best thing. What I like about what I'm seeing from Betty is that she just said, "You know what? I'm just going to ignore it. We're going to let things happen." And wow, drops the garbage exactly where it needs to go, and it's not garbage anymore.
Yeah, she's setting up and trying to set horizontals on top of horizontals right here. Very nice play right there. And then this is going to drop the yellow on top of the yellow virus. All she needs is a couple more reds and she's done. And Chris is just about out of it too.
Yeah, he's been getting some pretty favorable RNG.
Oh,
Unfortunately, oh yeah, that
Betty
double yellow's
almost misdropped
perfect.
that last one. It wouldn't have been too costly if she made that mistake. She would have just had to wait for another red. But still, you want to get that and get out of there as soon as you can.
So unless I miss my mark, it's about a 5-second advantage for Betty. And that yellow blitz lasts exactly as long as it needs to. Both players getting some favorable RNG. Not the best, but certainly much better than what the doctor usually hands us. And now Betty's got a lot of opportunities for horizontals. But the
Betty
question
could use a
is,
couple of double reds right now.
yeah,
It
is
looks
she going
like
to get what she
she
needs?
might be considering just
She's going to
manufacturing
manufacture
it.
one. And looking at
There you
Bidwell's
go.
board, a lot of really good opportunities for doubles for him as well. Things are just lined up. He gets a great cross clear there. He's really vibing right now. This is exactly the sort of RNG he wants to see. This is the board he wants, and he wants to give us a decider.
Betty looks like she has a bit of a mess in column 5 that she's going to have to inevitably deal with. It's going to be pretty difficult to work around that, but it is possible. And this horizontal clear is at least going to help her approach column 3.
Uh,
Oh,
Bidwell out at a
interesting
250
clear
though.
right there. But Bidwell is already out of 7.
Yeah, so we're looking at some interest, like you said, some interesting stuff from Betty. Unfortunately, oh, that's very
Oh, I
fortunate
like
for
that.
her.
I like that play a lot.
Yeah, that's how you ignore garbage right there.
All right, so let's see how she approaches this level 8. She's got 5 virus deficit to worry about right now. Takes the horizontal, gets the combo clear.
As Bidwell's down to no access to red right now. He's got a little bit of red garbage to deal with, but overall, it's just no real red. It's just get through what you can. So we'll see how the doctor continues treating him, knowing that he's got that disadvantage
Finally,
going on.
that is a timely double blue for Betty, who has managed to reclaim the lead.
Yeah, great plays from Betty. Bidwell again just fighting RNG, fighting kind of his board build at the moment. He would love a double blue to take everything out vertically here. And I do love this yellow garbage for him. That's going to be, well, it's not going to be garbage if he can get this blue cleared away.
Looks
Ooh,
like
don't.
Betty's going for the fat log on the bottom of her board if she can just get another red-blue.
Hopefully, we'll be seeing that.
I like how
Love that.
I like how she took that clear and opened up that blue virus in row 4, I want to say.
It
She's
definitely a
still
sort.
waiting for that red-blue.
She goes ahead and
She's
eats it.
starting to get fed up with waiting, so she's just going to take the single virus clears. And she is out of level 8 at about a 457.
And you saw her glance over at the screen. I gotta imagine that she feels behind getting out at a 457. She has no idea that she is in pretty good position right now. Bidwell's gonna have to take care of some garbage down on his first row. That is a great pill half for that. He's gonna be out at a 522. So again, about 20 to 30 seconds difference between these players. This one could come down to be a nail biter.
Yeah, Betty's got some horizontal opportunities on her top line right now, and it looks like she's going to manufacture some blue and drop down and get that big drop combo.
I love this setup. She's gonna be able to use another horizontal double blue if she gets one. Wow, this is really good board RNG for Betty. Just everything is coming up exactly the way she needs it. Not what you want to see if you're Chris Bedwell right now.
Yeah, all of Betty's remaining red viruses are pretty much on the bottom of her board, but she also hasn't gotten a lot of red pills in this level of late. So our looks like I don't think she meant to put that there, but she's making do.
Yeah, I imagine that
Has,
was.
has a bit of a mess to clean up. Looks like she's setting up more horizontals on the bottom of her board. I like this foresight.
Yeah, but that's going to give Bidwell a little bit of time to start working on this on this comeback. He does need to get out of this level before Betty can in order to continue in the tournament. That is going to be a bit of a tall order, though, as Betty is very close to having everything ready to go. If she wins this, this will be her first regular season or main bracket win ever. So a lot riding on the line here for Betty.
Betty's managed to clear out all the junk, and now she can just do vertical clears on the remaining 3 viruses. It just gets 3 consecutive blue reds, which is exactly what he needs. And this double red is going to bring her out at a 709. And she is going to advance to face Swang in round 2.
Yeah, she's hyper stressed. I don't think she's seen it yet. With the stream delays and everything. But it should be coming up here in just a second. There it is. There it is. And Betty sees that she is on to a round number 2.
She's
Bidwell,
got to be so
GG's.
happy about this.
GG's to both of our players. That was a very good, hard fought match. It was everything we expected it to be. And now Betty's got to take just a little bit of a breather because she's got Swan coming up.
It doesn't get any easier, but this is as far as she's ever gone. So, congratulations to Betty and GG's to BSG.
Absolutely. So we're going to see that game of Betty versus Swung here in just a minute. We're going to give her an extra second to take a breather. You guys take a breather with us as well. We'll be back in just a minute. This is the Dr. Mario Championship Speed Tournament. And welcome back. This is the Dr. Mario Championships March 2023 Speed Tournament. I am Mook the Librarian. Joining me is John Dat Flindo for a matchup between the two players we just saw win. Swung on the left, our number 1 seed, Betty B on the right, our number 8 seed. And Flindo, I got to think for Betty, this is just, this is going to be a test of how well can she breathe after that match.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said in the last match, that was her first win ever in gold play. So, her heart's racing right now. And from excitement and from nervousness, having to face somebody like Swang your first time in the round 2 gold. So you see the smile on her face. She's doing her best to stay focused. We know Swang is a big
Oh,
stalwart in this community, bringing in the cat strats.
wow. Having to bring the cat in for Betty, that is a sign of respect. He knows it's going to take not only Swang, but Swang and the cat. That or he's trying to distract Betty. Either way, he's really showing her that, you know what, this is what it's going to take. And I'm not sure. Let's see.
Yeah, Betty saying not
Yep,
fair with the
not
cat
fair.
strat and
That's what I figured she was going to say. So these two are going to be racing now levels 8 to 11 because we have gone ahead and put in our round 2. So yeah, if you are used to seeing us play all of our round 1 matches first, well, so are we. But hey, you make things work.
And I just noticed Swang's anti-misflip misdrop club shirt.
Yeah, I saw the top half of it earlier and I was like, I wonder what the bottom of that is. I
Yeah.
think I know, but yep.
And we have our readies from both our players and our 3, 2, 1 pills.
So really, now all of Betty's 8 to 11 runs were in silver last year. Um, and that is not a knock on it. You have to play the exact same levels, but honestly, the averages that she had last year and the averages that Swang had last year, because he hasn't played a tournament yet this year, are fairly similar. So this could be a much tighter matchup than the seeds might suggest.
Yeah, absolutely. Both players, they're just both really amazing speed players. And getting to the match, as we look at Betty's board, she has a really nice opportunity for this double red here horizontally, but she's just not getting the RNG she needs. You can see she's got a huge combo setup that's going to drop down. She does go ahead and abandon that. However, as we look over at Swang's side, Swang makes some really nice combo setups of his own, also looking like he's having a little bit of a fight with the RNG though, Ook.
Yeah, that's something that will happen when the doctor gets cranky at you. But Swang holding on to about an 8 virus lead right now. But look at what Betty's got coming down the pipe. She's got these yellows set up for a horizontal. And with the red on top, yep, she's decided she wants to fat log this. Can't say that I blame her. Chooses not to do it, however.
Okay, here
And
it comes.
there it goes. There's
Fat
the big old
log.
fat log. And with now it's just all reds here. So swung out at a 141. Betty is setting up for a combo yet again. This is, Betty and Dave Smith are probably the two most combo heavy players that we've got. And Betty proven that just now, but now she's down to just one virus left. Doctor, give her a red. There it is, out of the 158. So yeah, still holding on to a pretty close lead is Swang.
Yeah, Swang with about a 12 virus lead at the moment. He's got a whole lot of reds and yellows though that he's having to work his way through. Looked like he may have been. I'm not actually not. Oh, okay, I see what he was trying to set up for a blue horizontal to drop these yellows down on the column 4. Not getting the RNG to do it. However, is Swang. Meanwhile, on Betty's side, she gets a really nice bracket clear looking like thing to get a horizontal combo. And Betty, if she can get the right RNG, she's just going to go right into cruise control here.
Yeah, and we saw that in the last game. She was setting up some great combos, and the doctor was giving her exactly what she needed for all of them. Doctor not quite as kind this time, but look at this cross clear she's about to lay down. Beautiful play. That's exactly what we like seeing, and exactly what we expect to see from Betty.
Yeah, and looking at both boards, they're both in kind of the same situation except on opposite sides. Swang's board is very heavy in his columns 6 through 8, while the majority of Betty's board is on the right, or excuse me, left side of her board, and it's given both of them a little bit more of a fight than they've wanted to have to put up. You can see that yellow there in column 2 that Swang is looking to clear out these blues horizontally, and he gets it. Now just needs 2 more blues to get out of his level 9. He gets it. He's out at a 348. Has a 9 virus lead on Betty right now.
Yeah. Now, the last time we saw Betty play in 8-11, by the way, she did win that match. So this is certainly within her wheelhouse. But yeah, the doctor's going to have to give her some help right now. A double red would have to be it at the moment. Otherwise, she's just going to be wasting reds. Decides to abandon, any hope of getting that everything down at the bottom where she wanted it. And now getting through column 1, that's going to be her challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And over on Swang's board, we see some really nice play, as expected from Swang, setting up all these horizontal opportunities. Gets a cross clear there with that double blue. Really nice play there by Swang. As Betty finally joins him into the level 10, she's got about a 21 or 19, however the math works out. It's late. I can't do math in my head at the moment. But Betty's working on bringing that deficit back. She's now down to 19 behind Swang, who is looking to set up a monster horizontal combo. Gonna want ideally a blue-red to do it, and there it is.
Betty is also looking at one. She just needs a red-yellow. There it comes. She's got it set up and gets a nice combo as well. And, math is just music, but less specific. That's all you got to do, man. So, yeah, that's a story I got to tell you later. Oh, so swung down to just 3 viruses here in this level 10. That high speed is, well, it's hard to tell. I've got a little bit of a slowdown on my end, but things are really starting to zip along his board. These two have been in level 10 for a minute, so look at Swang with that combo, though. That's beautiful.
Out at a 557. Great setup by Swang to get that monster drop combo. Betty, on the other hand, looking for some drop combos of her own. She takes a little bit of a bracket clear, doesn't get the second clear, but is able to get it with the next pill. I'm a little concerned about her column 7, though. That red there that's buried under the yellow, it's going to be a bit of an issue for her to get to if she doesn't get some more yellow pills. Oh, and not sure
I
what
think
she's
that was on
looking for
purpose.
there.
Yeah, she was trying to get that blue taken care of. But yeah, that is a rough bit of work she's got ahead of her. But she is going to find a way through this. Not sure why she's not going for. There she does go for the red there. It's going to take the yellow out, and that's going to leave her room to get 2 out of 3 underneath. Decides against that as well. And then decides to go for it. So now just a yellow and then a red. There they are. Betty out at a 702.
Yeah, but swung down to 20 viruses left. Would really love to see a double yellow. Here it is. Is he going to take the sweet tea? He does.
course.
Sweet tea from Swang.
And then a nice combo to follow up there. So yeah, Swang definitely in the driver's seat here in this level 11 there, Flindo.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I see what he's doing. He's going to set up for the D sandwich there with that red in column 8 and then drop it down. Really nice foresight there by Swang. Once he gets this red, we're going to see. Oh, and he's going to turn it into a drop combo. Swang getting a little fancy.
Everything.
He is.
Yeah, and actually he probably wanted that combo to be the last thing because it was all working out so well and everything else was going to be drop time. But in the end, it doesn't matter. Swung out at an 803, just better than his average. And he will take game number 1 of this best of 3.
Absolutely. GG's to both our players. Both players having a little bit of a struggle with the RNG on this match. Unfortunately for Betty, it just slightly favored towards Swang, but wow, what a combo from Betty.
Yeah,
she goes ahead and tops out.
That combo is the kind that you go, okay, well, you know what? this is what I need to take a breather for, but I want to drop this combo just to show that I am capable of this. And one bit of bad RNG is not going to mean, hey, I'm giving up. So there is no give up in Betty's vocabulary. We know that for a fact.
Absolutely. And I know personally, I've I've gone ahead and gotten the monster combo before resetting after a loss myself, so I don't blame her one bit.
Yeah, usually when I'm running speed runs, if I get a lousy level, I try to beat it beforehand, before I reset, just because you know what? You got to slay the monster that took you down.
Mm-hmm. And we already have readies from both our players. They're like, nah, we don't need a break. Let's do it. It's late. We want to go to bed. 3,
Yep.
2, 1, and pills.
So this will be our last match for tonight. Hopefully, if you're Betty, not the last game for the night. We love seeing a good decider around here. But be sure, if you are not already planning to do so, that you check out our matches tomorrow. That will be starting at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, as we finish up the entire rest of this bracket. This is going to be a really solid bracket this month, and we hope you will hang out and join us.
Are those the correct times? Isn't it 5 o'clock Eastern tomorrow?
It probably is. I'll have to look.
Anyway,
What?
Larva's got us there in the chat. Thank you, Larva, for keeping us on track.
Yeah,
As we get
that
into
was
this match,
today's times.
yeah, you're good. As we
Trying to
get into this match, Swang already down to 11 viruses, as we've been sitting here yapping about times, and Betty down to 12 viruses. So pretty tight match so far.
Yeah, and Betty with that garbage clear combo is kind of getting rid of anything she doesn't need, and a lot of horizontal setup. That's what you want to see. She's shaking her head about this one. I don't
Ooh,
know why,
wow,
because that was nice. Yeah, I'm gonna blame daylight savings time. By the way,
that's fair. That's
I
fair.
I blame it for everything. So why not?
Yeah.
133 for
Swung out at a
Swang.
134. Betty going to be out at a 132 with a 2
Yeah,
second lead on Swang at the moment.
and like we said, this is what she's capable of. Betty is definitely has the potential to really make a good run here and play Giant Killer. Swang,
Absolutely.
wow, that combo from Swang though. That was brilliant play from our versus world champion, who earned that title right before winning his first monthly tournament last year.
Betty's got a bit of an issue here on her board. She's got a red staircase in the center of her board and only access to one blue at the moment. The doctor not really giving her any red to work with. Finally gets a double red here.
Like what she's doing with it,
Yeah,
taking care of
uses it to
garbage.
open up the blue.
Yeah,
And
and
look over.
now,
Go ahead.
oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say, well, I was gonna say, now if she gets another double red, and there it is, she sees it just in time,
Oh, yes.
brings the combo.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I didn't see it.
I think she overtucked that double yellow. It didn't land exactly where she wanted it, but definitely some good foresight for Betty, as now she's getting ready to hopefully take this last red out on the left-hand side, as Swung out at a 308 though, blazing fast, level 9 for Swung.
Yeah, Swang had a really nice drop combo of his own there to clear out several viruses and get him down to just one. As he moves on into his level 10, I'm a little bit concerned for his top line. It's all yellow and blue. The doctor has been giving him basically just red. Starting to get some blues now here is Swang and doing what he can with those. I would really love to see him get a little bit more yellow though, and open up the rest of this blue, and then ultimately the red down towards the bottom of his board.
Yeah, Swung doing what he can to take care of that, while Betty is having to dig out a little bit. But as you can see here, there goes that horizontal on the blue. Now all of her viruses are free and clear. She just needs 3 more reds, 1 more yellow. She's going to get the yellow. Now she just needs 2 more reds, but she's going to be about a minute behind out at a 404.
Yeah, 404 time not found for Betty. Thank you, Packy, for that joke.
And now Swang just having, good RNG. And look at the way these pills or these viruses are lined up. He's going to be able to. Okay, I was expecting a triple. Looks like he is wanting to line up. Yeah, he's wanting to line up with that yellow blue. Gets
And
it,
here
and
it is.
there's a side bolt. And
I'm
yeah,
bringing
if
out a little bit of the swag today.
and if you're Swang, the question is, do I want to do it as a horizontal or do I want to do it as a horizontal? And in fact, that is what he's doing with this last virus out at a 455. So really good time for Swang on these last couple of levels after a pretty rough level 8.
Yeah, you mentioned to me while we were in break, Ook, that Swang doesn't have a sub 7 yet in 8 to 11 in bracket play. I don't want to jinx it, but right now it's looking pretty good for him if he can keep playing the way he's been playing. And this level 11 is just gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely PV strats are the way to go here. And all this, everything lining up, just everything's coming up Swang here. Not to demean his play at all, because you still got to be able to play the boards. But man, oh man, this is the sort of board you want to see if you're in a speed tournament.
Absolutely. And we look back over at Betty's side. She has done a lot better on this level 10 navigating through. She's already down to 8 viruses left. Probably going to set up to take this yellow horizontally, and she does signal that with that yellow. Thought she might have set up for a fat log there, but I like the decision not to. She's just doing what Betty does.
Yeah, she needs that pill right there. That's gonna drop a combo that would have destroyed her opponent in versus play. Unfortunately, not going to drop any garbage on Swang, who is out at a spicy 630.
I gotta check the hot times.
Yeah, so GG's to Betty. Welcome to round 2, gal. That was a great set of play, and look at her just dropping combos. Like she was giving up and is like, no, I'm going to drop a combo first. So yeah, GG's to both players.
That 630 puts him in a 3-way tie for 4th place on 8 through 11 with Frank and Sarah Sparkle.
So Swang will go on to play his next match on Sunday, something we don't generally say, and that will be against the winner of the quadrant of Packy, Dave Smith, Frank, and you, my friend. So can't wait to see who's going to end up there in tomorrow's stream.